Hello children, good morning. Hope you must have studied whatever I taught in the previous classes. So today we are going to study the part 7 of the chapter Diversity in Living Organisms. So first let us see regarding Protochordata. Protochordata, they are primitive chordate organisms. They are showing bilateral symmetry and triploblastic. Triploblastic means 3-layered structure: ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So they have coelomic cavity, body cavity is there, coelomic cavity. They have a notochord, it is a rod like structure. So we also have notochord, but in our body the notochord is converted into vertebral column. But here they have the structure notochord on the back structure. Okay, so it helps in, actually they have muscles also, it is helpful in the movement. Balanoglossus, Amphioxus and Herdmania are coming under this category. These all organisms, they show notochord either in adult stage or in larval stage. During the growth they show, otherwise adult stage. At any stage of their life, they show notochord. Okay, so that's why they are coming under Protochordata. They are primitive chordata. Next is vertebrata. In vertebrata, so the notochord is converted into vertebral column in adults. When they are growing, they will show notochord during fetal stage. Then when the baby born, during that time itself, the notochord will be vertebral column. So that's why you call them as vertebrates. So they have vertebral column and internal skeleton also. Here also they show bilateral symmetry and triploblastic. True body cavity is there, and body is divided into tissues, organs, and the body consists of 4 regions: head, neck, trunk, tail. You can ask, we don't have tail, but we also show tail during embryonic development. So they have 2 pairs of fins or limbs. Okay, limbs means that is front, that is leg, and the leg at the back, forelimb and hind limb. Okay, that are together, the limbs are there. The respiration in aquatic forms, it is by gills. In land forms, the respiration is by lungs. Here, male and female organisms are there separately. They divided into 5 classes. They are fishes, amphibia, reptilia, aves, mammals are coming under this category. First is fishes. So these fishes, they live in water. The skin is covered with scales or plates, and they respire using gills. Gills are there. As they are in water, they respire by gills. All the fishes, they are covered with scales on the body. They have streamlined body, so that's why they are able to move. And the fins also, it is helping them to move in water. These all are cold-blooded organisms. And the heart, it has 2 chambers. You have 4 chambers, so here they have 2 chambers, one atrium, one auricle and one ventricle. They lay eggs, and from which the young ones come out. And some fishes are made of cartilage. Cartilage means soft type of bone. They call that as cartilage. In your body also cartilage is there. You see your ear, you can bend, and nose tip. Okay, these are all made up of cartilage. Soft type of bone, you call that as cartilage. So when it is made up of bone, made up of cartilage, so that you call that as cartilaginous fishes. Sharks, rays are coming under this category. When the skeleton is made up of bones, okay, that type of organisms, they are known as bony fishes. So some they have bones and some they have cartilages. So tuna, rohu and all coming under bony fishes. So here they have given some fishes. So these fishes, this shark, these and all coming under cartilaginous fishes. So here the fishes given coming under, they are bony fishes. Okay, bony fishes and cartilaginous fishes. So next is amphibia. So amphibians, they can live both in land and water. They do not have scales, but they have mucus glands, sticky and slimy. Okay, the mucus glands are produced on the skin. They are cold-blooded. Why do you call them as cold-blooded? Because these animals, they can change the body temperature according to the surroundings. Only mammals and birds are coming under warm blooded. All animals, all other animals are coming under cold blooded because they change the body temperature according to the surrounding. When they are not able to change the body temperature according to the surrounding and they maintain the stable body temperature, that you call them as warm blooded. You have stable body temperature, so the same way when it is there you call that as warm blooded. But this animal, amphibia and all, cold blooded. Heart is 3 chambered structure, 2 auricle and 1 ventricle is there. Respiration, it can be gills or lungs. But when you see frog, okay, frog when it is in water, when they are in tadpole form, they will respire by gills. But when they come to land, so they will respire by lungs, because tadpole during developmental stage they show tadpole. Tadpole will respire through gills. They lay eggs in water. These frogs they lay eggs in water. So here frog, toads and the salamanders all are coming under this category. So here the salamander, you see they look like more or less like lizard only, as they are amphibia. So you are classifying under this category. Okay, so frog, it will be slimy body layer. Toad, it will be rough and what is skin, so that we call that as toad. Okay children, so thank you. So today we studied up to this. Tomorrow we will meet in the next class.